Hey everyone, happy Sunday. It's September 28th, and I've got two immigration stories to share that tie jobs, visas, and trade together in a way that really matters for people planning their careers. Let's start with Citigroup. The bank is moving about 1,000 tech jobs from China to India. This comes after big cuts in China earlier this year, and instead of keeping those roles there, Citi is shifting them into what are called Global Capability Centers in India. That's basically an in-house hub where a company runs tech and back-office work. Think software, data, operations, at scale. Why make that switch now? Costs in India are lower, the talent pool is deep, and companies want stability. Add in the backdrop of U.S. visa rules getting tougher and renewal costs going up, and you get a recipe for more work being placed where it's predictable and affordable. For workers, it suggests a continued shift of tech and support roles to India and other lower-cost regions. If you're in China's tech ecosystem, this stings. If you're in India's, it's another signal that multinational teams and high-skill projects keep flowing your way. For folks in the US or Europe wondering how this touches you, when employers face higher visa costs or slower timelines, they often spread teams globally instead of relocating people. That can mean more remote collaboration, more roles based in India, and tighter competition for the onshore positions that do open. It's not a one-size-fits-all trend, but the direction of travel is pretty clear. The other story today is about trade pressure that could influence where future jobs and investments land. The U.S. is urging India and Brazil to open their markets more. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said New Delhi and Brasilia keep things too closed and warned they could risk access to the U.S. market if nothing changes. He even flagged Switzerland as needing some fixes. This comes after tense bargaining over tariffs, so the tone is firm, but the next steps aren't set yet. Here's why this matters for people, not just policy watchers. If the U.S. turns up the heat with tariffs or stricter market access rules, prices on some imports can rise and supply chains can shift. When supply chains shift, companies rethink where they manufacture, where they build service teams, and where they sponsor talent. If India and Brazil do open up more, you could see more investment flowing in, more cross-border hiring, and potentially smoother partnerships that make it easier for skilled workers to work across markets. If talks sour, companies often hedge by hiring, where the rules are more predictable, or by expanding offshore hubs instead of moving people to the U.S. So stepping back, we've got two connected threads. Citi's job shift shows how cost and predictability shape where tech work lives, and Washington's tougher stance on market access could nudge companies to remap their hiring and expansion plans. If you're a student planning a tech career, a professional on a work visa, or an employer managing global teams, keep an eye on how these pressures evolve, because they can change which roles are onshore, offshore, or hybrid. That's the update for your Sunday. I'll keep tracking how jobs, visas, and trade policy intersect. For more details and ongoing coverage, I use visaverge.com as my source. Catch you soon.